spanked. Absolutely spanked in game one in St. Louis. We're going to dig into all of that with Alex Contreras, plus plenty more on today's Locked On Marlins.
You are Locked On Marlins, your daily podcast on the Miami Marlins. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and greetings from England and welcome to Locked On Marlins, your daily Marlins podcast with me, of course, British host Peter Pratt. Don't forget to follow me, of course, on Twitter at MiamiMarlins_UK. It's Tuesday's edition. And delighted to welcome back in the house, Barbecue King, Beer King, Hype King. This is going to be extremely spicy. Alex Contreras joins me again. Alex, how are we doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing terrible, really, honestly. My self-esteem's through the floor. You know what I'm saying? Our Miami Marlins are floundering once again. We might as well be the Miami Flounders.
Oh, boy. We're going to find some positives. We may have to dig into some negatives, too, during this maybe 20, 25 minute, maybe 1 hour, 25 minute episode. Who knows? But delighted to mention that this episode is brought to you by Blue Nile. Make your moments sparkle with jewelry from BlueNile.com. And Locked On listeners get $50 off purchases of $500 or more. This podcast exclusive includes engagement, and you'll need more than $500 for engagement. Trust me. Use Locked On at checkout. More about them guys later on. Alex, brother, just summarize for me yesterday's game. 9-0, the Marlins get absolutely spanked. And Pablito, he got touched up a little bit. Just try and summarize that game for me if you can.
Man, I mean, it was tough to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was.
It saw Goldie lift off, hit Big Mac Glenn. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a shot. It looked like Mark McGuire was in the box. Jesus. Yepes went off as well, like the rookie for the Cardinals. And this is something you got to admire about the St. Louis Cardinals, man. These guys really know how to build an organization from the ground up in every single level. You know, I admire them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of them, but I admire them. But it was painful to see, man. And you know what? Yeah, Pablito was struggling, but at the same time, I feel some type of way, and I think this fan base should too, because Pablito has been that number 2 punch in this rotation right behind Sandy Alcantara. He was the pitcher of the month in April, all right? So what? He had a upside down, you know what I'm saying, up and down type of June. I mean, the guy's entitled to, you know what I'm saying? How many times have you seen a guy give up 4 or 5 runs and then his team backs him up? I mean, I'm not specifically talking just about the Miami Marlins. You know what I'm saying? It's nice every once in a while when your guy goes out there and he accidentally lays an egg. It's cool to see your offense go out there and back him up. But, man, these guys show no signs of life. No. The offense. And then what really pushed my buttons was post-game. Hey, Donnie, how you feel about the team? The classic. And, you know, well, I really don't think we played that bad. Are you fucking kidding me, man? I'm sorry, man. Damn, I couldn't even keep it. I was trying to keep it PG. But are you serious? I don't think we played that bad. We lost 9-0. This team is trying to tread water. Everybody's keeping a little bit of hope because, we're in the wild card hunt. Are you kidding me? There is no way in hell this team is going to get anywhere near a playoff spot. This is going to be the whole philosophy. The whole mentality that, we're going to be in it. We're in it. We're 5 games out, 6 games out. Listen, man, I don't think this team is going to be anywhere near 500. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they prove me wrong. I love them with all my heart. I'm so critical of them. But damn, I had to have a beer for each run that the Cardinals scored yesterday. And it still wasn't enough. I was trying to keep it cool. But look at my cheeks. Look at my cheeks, man. They're red. When they get red, it's because I'm stressed out. I'm mad. I'm heated. Look at it. I'm wearing the old logo because I'm tired of this shit.
Boy. I tell you what an opening statement from Alex Contreras there, getting off this episode hot. So much to dig into in that, mate. Let's just carry on Pablito. I want to talk about the offense and Don Mattingly too. And I always was going to talk about Don Mattingly with you anyway. But Pablito, like you said, he's had a little bit of a tricky June. I'm looking down here now. He's still got a sub-3 ERA, Pablo Lopez, like through 15 starts, 16 starts? Sub-3 ERA. He's been fantastic all year. When you piece it all together, like you said, he was a pitcher of the month in April. Cy Young leader at one point. Like he was just out there on another level. I talked about this on Twitter today. It just got me thinking. This whole arbitration situation with Pablo Lopez. And it's a weird year, right? Because of the CBA stuff. Arbitration's happening, 2-3 months into the year, which is very unusual. Clearly, Pablo was back healthy and was absolutely on fire. Ended up going to and have a hearing with the arbitrator to get his salary for this year. And we all know how that goes. It goes by the fact that the Marlins rock in and go, Pablo Lopez, you're not very good. You're not very good, Pablo. We don't want to pay you any money. And there's a decent correlation here to pre-arbitration hearing, post-arbitration hearing. Pablo came out like a pro when it happened. Danny Alvarez was on the episode and I said, interesting, how did Pablo take it? He said, Pablo took it like a pro. However, if I'm an employee and someone rocks into a room and says, Pete, you're terrible, and here's why, and list it off, I'm probably not going to take it that well. It may impact me. So maybe there's smoke and fire around this one. Maybe it's the injury. Maybe it's just a bit of bad luck. But the Marlins, we strip it all away. For me, though, brother, the Marlins shouldn't have got themselves in this position. Pablo Lopez is a stud. Pay the dude, lay the groundwork so you can extend him later on if you decide to at a team-friendly deal. Don't mess around in the arbitration room. Pay the man and build your credits for the future. They've botched this one again, in my opinion. What about you?
1,000%, man. You nailed it. You nailed it, Peter. Like, seriously, like, if I go into HR or whatever, because essentially that's what arbitration is. Mm-hmm. Hey, Pablo, we want to talk to you about, you gave up this certain amount of runs and the Marlins got this to say. Yo, you know what? I'm going to go out there and lay an egg. Make sure that, you know what? Maybe another team wants me. Because I'm pretty sure 29 other teams will take a flyer on Pablo Lopez. I think they'll do more than that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you definitely hurt this guy's ego. Like, nobody might want to admit it. And it doesn't help that he got drilled on his hands, when in Houston. We're not making excuses for the guy. But damn, you got to think somehow, some way that this is affecting the guy mentally. Like, I don't know who was in there for the Marlins, but damn, imagine, Peter, we like your Locked On Marlins, but too much of a British accent. Get the hell out of town, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your niche. That's Pablito's niche. So I completely agree with you. Like, why even go into arbitration to try to save $1 million or however $500,000 or whatever the money was? Dumb. Why even do that? Pay the guy what he needs because he deserves it. That's one. Two, you don't want to mess with the relationship the team and him are going to have. Now you're straining the relationship for no reason. A guy that shows that he wants to be a Miami Marlin. He's proud to be a Miami Marlin. He's proud to embrace the whole culture and everything. He's been here through the downs, the ups, the downs, and the more downs and the ups. Mm-hmm. But man, what else do you want from a guy like Pablo Lopez?
Absolutely dumb. It's dumb, mate. Do you know what? You only got to look across to the Yankees, and I hate looking across to the Yankees, but They took it deep. They went deep with Judge. He's a free agent this year, so they absolutely, it's a slightly different situation. However, they end up getting a deal done. They don't go into the room and slander Judge. They don't need to. They make a deal. They build some incentives in that say, we're going to pay you slightly less than you want, but there's some incentives here linked to MVP. And hey, guess what? You're leading that race right now. You continue, you're going to earn your dough anyway. I want to see more of that in baseball contracts anyway. I want to see more incentives linked to the money. I want to see an Avi Garcia $50 million, but Avi, there's a minimum baseline attributed to this. There's a lot of incentives linked to home runs, performance on the field. Don't just have $50 million and toss it in. I mean, anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I don't want to go off on an Avi Garcia tangent already. Pablo Lopez. Go on, mate. Go on.
I want to stick it to that later. If you want to talk about Avi because you had a great idea there. You right? He signed the $54 million contract, whatever, right? And there's he has incentives, right? We're talking about Judge. I think it's $500,000 if he wins the MVP, etc. Why don't teams negotiate something like this? For example, hey, we're gonna sign you to $54 million, but if you don't produce at your average level, then you got to reimburse or something.
There's a refund. If you're terrible, there's it's tongue in cheek slightly here, but baseball contracts for me, and I'm new to the game, 6 years in. The whole baseball contract situation is wild for me. This fully guaranteed, it doesn't matter what you do on the field ever again. You've got a fully guaranteed contract. It's wild. And these lengthy, crazy, money and years, it's just insane the way baseball operates in this world. But it is what it is. However, the Marlins now are in a real bad spot where they've committed 50-something million to Avi Garcia. If he continues at this pace for the next 2-3 seasons, I mean, boy, oh boy, it's gonna, it's Chen territory. There's no other way of describing it. We're into Chen territory. If this continues, he showed green shoots of recovery in June. Have you been any more encouraged in June with Avi Garcia?
I'm sorry. I gotta reply to the people that are only listening to this, but absolutely not. Peter asked you the question. I just made this like, are you serious type of face? Like my expression showed it all, and that's one of the things I missed from COVID, that I had the mask on. Yeah, it's like my poker face. Nobody really knew. You know what I'm saying? But no, hell no. I said it at the beginning of the signing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't on board with the Avi Garcia signing. No disrespect. Yeah, he's my countryman and everything. He hasn't produced. He hasn't given me a reason to really believe in him. You know what I'm saying? Everything's been to the right side of the field. There's little cheapy hits. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like, I got so upset yesterday. I was listening to the Cardinals broadcast to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'm a superstitious guy. If it doesn't work, you got to change something up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to the broadcast, and then I forget the guy's name, but he was alongside Jim Embins, and they were talking about, Avi Garcia. Like, look at him going into the at bat. And he resembles a lot of Miguel Cabrera. I mean, look how he dresses and he bats and he steps in. Hell no. I mean, there's a lot of imitators, man, but there's only one original, one GOAT. Don't you ever in your life compare Avi Garcia to Miguel Cabrera. And
boy, I can't. That's a stretch.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know. Oh, he's Mini Miggy. Are you kidding me? He doesn't even make it to his toenails. That's disrespectful for the all-time greatest Venezuelan player ever. You know what I'm saying? And Miguel Cabrera. So,
no doubt.
Like, I hope he turns a corner. You know what I'm saying? I doubt it'll be this year. At this pace, like, Miguel Rojas is going to have more home runs than Avi Garcia. Watch out. I would love to see Rojas have more RBIs than Avi. You know what I'm saying? Like, combined with him and Soler, like, I don't feel as bad about Soler because he has that option of opting out. Maybe he opts out and he looks for more money. He has that option. Maybe he doesn't even think about the money. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Look at Freddie Freeman. He signed a big ass deal with the Dodgers, and sometimes everybody thinks, it's about the money. The more money, the better. But look at the guy. The guy's fucking miserable out in LA.
Yeah, I think he is.
I think if the Dodgers call up the Braves and they say, hey, straight up, Matt Olson for Freeman, you want to do it? And I think they'll do it. Why not? Just to get Freeman back home. He is home in LA, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting off subject here. I'm going back to Avi. You know what I'm saying? I need you to turn it up, my man. Like, I need you to go eat some arepas at Pepito Plaza and Doral or something, bro. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to do something completely different, like change up your routine or something. The disrespect to Jesus Aguilar. You came in over here. Jesus got number 99 just because he gave you his number 24. And you come on over here and you laying an egg, my bro? You're laying an egg? It's disrespectful. Like, I can't even believe, like, when people are like, he's Venezuelan, I'm ashamed. Damn, man. Boy, you know what I'm saying? But, like, hey, I wish you the best, Avi. I really hope that you can turn it around. But Avi's been missing the media. Ain't nobody really interviewed him. Like, me and Pete were talking about this before hopping on here. We haven't seen Avi Garcia talking to the media at all whatsoever. He's missing balls. He's missing bats, barrels. Jesus. Like, and you getting just like, man, I need $700,000 right now to make a movie. Meanwhile, Avi Sal's got $54 million just a handout.
Listen, his DMs are open. You know, hit him up. He's got some spare cash.
I doubt he's gonna give me anything after all the shit I've been talking about him. You know what I'm saying?
Should I delete this episode now?
Nah, don't delete it, man. I'm always gonna be authentic. You know what I'm saying? And my authenticity is gonna rub people wrong. Is gonna rub them wrong the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? It might rub some people the right way. You know what I'm saying? I know I can't be everybody's lucky charm. You know what I'm saying? I have my opinion. You have your opinion. We don't have to necessarily agree, but we can respect it. You know what I'm saying? Why is this guy coming at me so hard? Well, fuck, he's a diehard Marlins fan. He's been watching the team for 26 years. I'm tired of fucking losing, man. I don't know how the people in Chicago did it for 106 years, 102 years, however long it was. How did they do it? Damn, it was just torture. This is torture right now.
Yeah. We're in
Trust the
pain.
process. Trust the process. What the hell is the process? Ain't nobody really coming out from the front office speaking to the people, telling us, hey, this is the plan. This is what we're gonna do. Bruce Sherman, I think he's the most like invisible. He might as well be called Casper Sherman. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a ghost. You don't ever see the guy. I don't even see him.
He said we're gonna spend, and then since then he's disappeared. I
mean, he spent, give him credit, he spent what, 50, 60, 70, 80 million dollars committed to Avi Garcia and Jorge Soler. And like Jorge Soler, at least he's producing. At least he's hitting some bombs from time to time. Yeah, it was terrible to see him take a fastball right down the middle, you know what I'm saying? And then a curveball right down the middle. But it happens. At least, you know what I'm saying? He'll get mad, he'll feel some type of way, and he'll react the next day. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully today he reacts, he does something. But Avi is just like, man, what the hell are we doing? Like, I would have rather invested that money into Pablito. Forget the arbitration case. Hey, baby, here's 50 mil, baby. What's up? Let's do it.
There you go.
Pablo.
Give the money to Pablito. Bring up Heyron and Encarnacion. He can play the corner outfield there, no problem.
That's another thing. Like, we got all these prospects being blocked. Like, it makes no sense.
What are we doing?
Like, what happened to let the kids play? Oh, we got to build our farm system. We got to be legit. We got a lot of pitching. We got somewhat little bit of hitters. Well, why are we drafting guys like JJ Bleday? Why are we drafting guys like Max Meyer if we're not giving them the call? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing this? Is it a money thing? Because it can't be a money thing. Like, is it because the MLB minimum salary went up to $700,000? I don't know if these guys get paid automatically $700,000 off the rip if they get the call up to the big leagues. But damn, what the hell are we?
I think it's pro rata. I don't think they get 700. I think it's like, it's per game, big league money for a period. So they don't get 700 bags, So it's a 700 grand sliced into 162. How many games do you play? Great. I think that's how it works anyway. But no, you're right. I mean, it's the blocked element is a really good point though, mate, because it didn't make sense to me. And actually, before I go off on another rant, I'm sure I'm about to, and I need to do an ad read in a minute as well. But you got to be going here now, and it's only from passion and love because we love this team. We want to see him perform. That's where it comes from. But we're all scratching our heads a little bit with this one. And the thing is, the Marlins went in on Marte. They missed on Marte. Do you think they panicked and just went, well, there's that money we had queued up for Marte. We're just going to give it to Avi Garcia to just do something. Did they just pay anyone? Is that what they did here?
I have no idea. I believe it was Jeter's signing. You know what I'm saying? It was Jeter that said, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's find Avi. But I don't know what the hell Jeter was. I think you need to check his vision. Like, he's good at hitting a fastball for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to the all-time Hall of Famer, Yankee great, once in a lifetime Marlins president, Derek Jeter. But damn, like, what the hell were you thinking, dude? Like, you just wanted to splurge money. We wanted to sign Castellanos too. Like, at this point, Castellanos at least would have been a slight upgrade over Avi, really. But
it would have been. I think it would have been. I'm not 100% convinced, but he hasn't been good. But he's been playing the outfield. I think the funny thing is with Castellanos, I think the Phillies wanted him to DH pretty regularly. Obviously, Bryce has got this injury, and he's now had another injury. But Bryce was DHing, and it meant that Castellanos is out in right field every day because they want the bat in the lineup. Clearly, I'm not sure Castellanos really wanted to be doing that, and I think maybe it affected him. I don't know, but you're right. I mean, looking back to that press conference, I think Derek Jeter said, I went over to Avi's house, or Avi came to my house, one of the two. I looked into his eyes. I could see he wanted it. I don't know. But then Jeter then resigns or whatever, immediately after. So maybe he didn't want it. I don't know. But listen, I need to do some ad reads here, mate, because we're running way wild. And there's 2 ad reads queued up here. So I'll let you open another beer while I cue these in. And our first one, it's our guys over at Blue Nile. I've already mentioned. So it is engagement season. And at BlueNile.com, celebrate all of life's special moments, from creating the custom engagement ring of her dreams to gifting a classic and timeless jewelry piece. All the prices you won't find at a traditional jeweler. So if you're ready to pop the question, down on one knee, do it in Lone Depot. Why not? Pop that question, or you're celebrating a milestone moment. Find jewelry as unique as her with modern convenience of online shopping at BlueNile.com. Sounds amazing. So engagement rings. Here's the beautiful bit now. Blue Nile, they got a simple online tool. Lets you choose the diamond shape, size, go bigger, and clarity, as well as setting style. Blue Nile's jewelers then handcraft perfect engagement rings just for you. Each ring, it's one of a kind. It's bespoke, a bespoke engagement ring. How amazing is that? So make your moment sparkle with jewelry from BlueNile.com. And Locked On listeners get $50 off purchases of $500 or more. This podcast exclusive includes engagement, and you'll need it more than $500 for engagement. Trust me. Use promo code Locked On. That's promo code Locked On. Plus, every order is insured, ships free, and arrives in discreet packaging that won't give away what's inside. Shop stress-free and find your forever piece. Go to BlueNile.com. And from engagement rings to automobiles, this episode is also brought to you by our good friends over at Rock Auto. And with the ever-increasing numbers of makes and models, it's now impossible for your local chain auto parts store to stock all the parts you need. Why endure the often pointless or seemingly intimidating questions and wait while the person behind the counter orders the parts on their computer, choosing only the brand their warehouse happens to carry? You have computers with access to rockauto.com at home and in your pocket. Use them! rockauto.com. Save time and money when using Rock Auto. Don't spend 30, 50, or even 100% more at those car dealerships. What are you doing? Rock Auto, it's a family business. You can trust them. They've been serving do-it-yourselfs for over 20 years. That's 20. And their prices, this is the beautiful thing. They're reliably low for every customer. Then they've got everything they need: brake parts, tail lamps, motor oil, and even new carpet. I'm not sure why you need new carpet, but nevertheless, go and explore their easy-to-use website today to find the solution to your auto parts needs. So here's what you got to do. rockauto.com right now. See all the parts available for your car or truck. Right, Locked On in the How Did You Hear About Us box so they know we sent you. If you want to add in there, Locked On Marlins, do it. Amazing selection, reliably low prices, all the parts your car will ever need. rockauto.com. Masterpiece of an ad read. Look at that.
Hey, the Marlins should have gone on Rock Auto and got some pieces for this team.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. They need. I mean, where are you going, mate? You going engagement rings, or you going new carpet for your car?
Oh man, new carpet for the Marlins. How about that?
The red carpet, though. It's the red carpet for Jazz, the All-Star Jazz. I mean, that the voting's been updated. Jazz is still leading it at second base, and rightly so. Rightly so. Stud, absolute stud. I think Jazz is gonna end up being voted in. First Marlin to be voted in since Marcell Ozuna. Thank you, Eli Sussman, for that update earlier on this week. So that's, I mean, Jazz has missed a couple of days. The back issue. He wanted to play in Bahamian Heritage Night, rightly so, but clearly I don't think he should have been. He tweaked this back on the Friday. But this Marlins offense, when Jazz is missing, boy, oh boy, there's problems. I mean, go back to last night's game. The one thing that stood out to me, the Cardinals, clutch hitting with runners on. They've just got professional hitters there doing damage when damage needed to be done. That's why Donnie is sitting there going, hey, I think we played okay. It felt like we played okay. We had some runners on, and the Cardinals were getting out hit, but somehow they're winning 5-0 or something. And just clutch, classic dudes that know how to hit, delivering big hits in the big spots. And it's literally chalk and cheese to the Marlins. It truly is. Like the offense, Marlins, why they've just struggled all year long, just getting runners in, mate. I mean, how frustrating is this for you?
Man, look at my cheeks, man.
I know they're red. They're rosy.
They get super rosy. Like at the beginning of it, it was like mild. You said Don Mattingly. Look at it. They're red as shit. Damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love our Marlins, but damn, this is tough. You know what I'm saying? Like Jazz Chisholm, this is a guy that he's one of the bright sides on this team. I put something a little poll on Twitter yesterday that said if you were at Lone Depot Park and you had to decide you wanted to buy a Sugar King jersey, it was between Alcantara and Jazz. Who do you think won that?
I think Jazz. I mean, just everyone seems to love Jazz now.
It's 52%.
52. Wow, it was close. Yeah. I mean, Sandy's a stud, obviously, as well. So
Sandy, I mean, you can't go wrong with either. Really, no. I think it comes down to, are you about pitching or offense? And like, I've always been about pitching. You know what I'm saying? In Marlins history, besides Miguel Cabrera, obviously, no brainer. You know what I'm saying? But Jazz, man, like he gives us hope. He gives us faith. He gives us he riles up Marlins Twitter. I think we get upset.
I think he riles everyone up.
everybody. He knows how to stir up the pot. And you love how this guy is so involved in social media with the fan base, the community, on the field with the glove, everything. The guy's electric. People love him. What's not to love about him? The only guy that doesn't seem to love him is Don Mattingly. When's the last time you heard Don Mattingly really talk really good about Jazz Chisholm?
That's a really good question, mate. Actually, I can't recall, to be honest with you.
But he did go out and say, hey, you know, they asked him about, hey, why'd you put Eric Gonzalez in for Miguel Rojas? Hey, we want to get Miggy off his feet as much as we can because he's been going hard. You tell me Jazz hasn't? And oh yeah, no, he's gonna come to the defense and say, yeah, we sat Jazz down because he probably tweaked this back a little bit. That's a whole bunch of BS, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Jazz, I think Jazz is on pace to play like 139 or 140 games out of a 162 game season. Like I think it's ridiculous, man. You need your best offensive player. Like he's leading the team in home runs. He's leading the team in RBIs by 10 RBIs. You know what I'm saying? Like Cooper, obviously Coop, you know, shout out to Coop. He made me turn the corner. You know what I'm saying? I was always like, all right, I need him to demonstrate he's got health. I need him to produce some more. But at this point, I'm not even mad at him.
No, like you're a believer now.
I'm a believer now. So let's Cooper Loop. Let's do it, baby. Coop. He's heading to the All-Star game. Yeah, I think it's a blessing in disguise that Bryce Harper went down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what opened the door. We talked about having 3 Marlins, and initially 3 Marlins at the All-Star game. We talked about Sandy, no-brainer. Jazz, no-brainer. We talked about Pablito, but Pablito was trending down a little bit, but he still has hope. What if I said maybe we have 4 now? That you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna bet on it. But you know what I'm saying? Coop, keep doing what you're doing with the bat. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see like line drive, smoking off the wall type of things. But like, hey, bloop singles work too. Whatever works. Keep that batting average up.
Cooper bloop. Hey, one thing on the DH though, mate, or on Jazz, I haven't thought about this just until you mentioned it. So this is kind of like top of my head. But here's the other piece about Jazz. You're saying about, you know, he's missing games here and there and his back and this and that. And, you know, he was being platooned early in the year. I mean, it's been a really interesting approach they've taken with their best hitter. However, there is a DH spot available this year, right? Like, if you need to give Jazz a day from the field, DH him. Put him in the DH spot. He's your best hitter. Why not? Why, you know, there's other ways to do this. Jazz hasn't DH'd, and he never will. Please.
All right, here we go. Don Mattingly impression. This team isn't built like that. You know, we got our big guys, our big boppers, and Aggie and Coop. And, you know, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know who the hell is deciding. Like, Don Mattingly is the guy that has to decide these lineups. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cool to look at analytics here and there. And, like, one thing that really stood out to me was, like, another bonehead move, right? You got John Birdie starting in right field. Why do you have him in right field? I'm not saying that he's not capable of playing right field. Why don't you take this opportunity and put him in center field?
I know.
Take advantage of that speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody and their mama knows that. I was like, maybe I'm blind. Maybe I'm the only guy thinking this shit. Tommy Hutton said it on the Peacock broadcast. John Birdie's a great option in center field. I think he's probably the best center field option the Marlins have on this roster.
He said that, didn't he? On the
He
Peacock
said that on the Peacock broadcast. That's why I said, Tommy Hutton doesn't get enough Hall of Fame recognition. This guy should be in the Hall of Fame because of a broadcaster. If people want to take it out of context, take it out of context. But when I said he was a legend on and off the field, I meant it like on the field, like he's a legend because he's making an impact in our community. He's had like baseball academies. You know what I'm saying? He's super involved. And why did the Marlins Nation get riled up when the Marlins fired him? Because Tommy was that one staple we had in this franchise. He said it how he saw it. He was like, you know what I'm saying? I want to say, shout out to Tommy Hutton, man, because he made the Alex Contreras of the world. You know what I'm saying? You call it how you see it, whether they like it or they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget when Hanley kicked the ball into left field at Pro Player, Sun Life, whatever the hell it was called. And like Tommy just went off. He was like, if I'm Freddie Gonzalez, you got to get Hanley Ramirez and you got to bench him and you got to let him know who's the boss. And that's completely 1,000% right. At this point, I think the Marlins are way better off doing a coaching duo of Tommy and Rod in the dugout. You know what I'm saying? Over Donnie Baseball. Like, what's this obsession with Don Mattingly? Like, hey, we're in Missouri right now. We might as well leave him home. He's real close to Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Just leave him there. Hey, James Rawson, here, take the keys, baby. Rock out. Or I don't know. I wouldn't even mind seeing Kim pull a Dan Jennings. Remember Dan Jennings?
No.
Dan Jennings used to be the general manager of the Marlins. He fired the manager, and then he took over as the manager.
I love it. Kim Ang
So-
down there making the
And
moves.
she'll be the first woman manager in Major League history. You know what I'm saying? Well, we'll just chop out a couple things, and then that clears the way. We get her out of the GM position. Maybe we call back Mike Hill. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just here. I'm ventilating. It's tough. It hasn't been easy.
It hasn't been easy. I'm with you. It has been tough.
And we're supposed to trust the process, but meanwhile, nobody's telling us anything. We're hearing crickets. What the hell happened to Eddie Cabrera? Last time I was on here, it was Taco Tuesday. We were amped up about Eddie going out, making his performance. He was lights out against the Rockies. You know what I'm saying? The stud performance. And meanwhile, everybody's been hush hush. Eddie, you know, he had some personal reasons, whatever, but no, he's only throwing 60 feet or 90 feet or 100 feet. Or what's up with that? What's up with Sixto Sanchez? Sixto Sanchez has been throwing 90 feet for I don't know how long. And it's like, what the hell is going on? And just be transparent with us. That's all we're asking. Like, if you tell us, hey, it's not looking good this year, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to go and tank or we're going to go and lose again. Don't give us false hope about, hey, we're going to be competitive. Meanwhile, we're treading water and it's looking like we're going to be 10 games under 500 before the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? And so, people got hope because we're going to play the Nationals again. You guys really believe that we're going to sweep the Nationals every single game this year? No way. The Nationals can't lose them all. We're going to play the Pittsburgh Pirates. Watch out. Watch the Pittsburgh Pirates come out and show out. You know what I'm saying? That's what really grinds my gears. Like, these Marlins have to flip a switch. They got to stop being zombies. They got to stop. Like, something has to happen. Somebody's got to be responsible for the lack of producing, the lack of everything on this field, in this organization. I was talking to an 80-year-old man this morning. I went to go have breakfast at my mom's house. And this 80-year-old fella came to say what's up to the grandma. You know what I'm saying? She's 90 years old, whatever. Shout out to her too.
Nice.
And you know what's funny? It doesn't matter the age, whoever you talk to in Miami, in South Florida, English, Spanish, whatever language you talk to, and you say, hey, how about those Marlins? And I go, coño, man. It's basically saying, fuck, man. The Marlins, like, seriously, like, I don't even watch them anymore. That's what the guy told me. The 80-year-old guy said, I don't even watch them anymore, man, because it just gets to me. Like, emotionally, my heart can't take it. We don't have a closer. I'm listening to an 80-year-old man. I'm like, wow, it's crazy. And the same phrase is ganando como perdiendo como nunca. What is it? Los Marlins ganando como nunca y perdiendo como siempre, which is the Marlins winning like never and losing like always.
Oh boy.
That's crazy how our community has that in common. Like, everybody talks about the Marlins. Everybody's like, shit, you really want to talk about the Marlins? Let's talk about the Dolphins. At least we have 16 weeks of torture, and it's only once a week. Yeah. But damn, it's 162 games, 6 months, a little bit over 6 months. And it's just like, man, it's so sad that this is the image that we have. Like, I love our Marlins, man. Everybody, God knows I love my Marlins. You know what I'm saying? But damn, that's why we're so critical of them, because we want to see them be good.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. It comes from the heart, brother. It really does. You're right on Edward Cabrera. That, for me, I saw that yesterday. There was an update, a Donnie pregame update from Christina or Jordan, and it was like, hey, Edward Cabrera throwing from whatever feet, and I was like, that's interesting. He was supposed to start a game, maybe piggyback with Max Meyer, last week? They were going to go 3 innings each or something. He didn't make that. Then he's off for personal reasons. Now he's thrown from 90 feet or 85 or 82 and a half or whatever. What's going on? Like, why? I don't know. The whole Sixto Sanchez thing too, all of last year was a head scratcher. It felt like no one was ever being honest with the situation with Sixto. Like, you just had these weird messages coming out all year long. We could never get to the bottom of it. Even Craig Mish can't get to the bottom of it, and he can't. Then there's something wild going on. So I'm like you. It feels like it needs some, speak to the fan base. Let us know where we're at, where we're headed right now, because it's been a disappointment. There's no other way getting around it. This year thus far, it's been a disappointment. It's the end of June. The Cardinals, the problem is with the Marlins this year, any team that we've played that's any half decent good, they've spanked the Marlins. The Marlins actually have done well against the terrible teams, and they've beaten them, mainly the Nationals. Actually, no, hold on a minute. The Diamondbacks spanked us as well. Anyway, the Marlins haven't been good. They should be, but they haven't been. And I don't really know where we're up to. We've got all these prospects blocked. Heyrar Encarnacion comes up because there's a COVID outbreak. Next thing is, it's a grand slam. Hey, optioned. You get no center fielder in. You sign Avi Garcia. Hey, Avi Garcia could play center field if we need. He's not played center field at all. Jesus Sanchez shunned it in there. Brian De La Cruz, he looks lost. Get him down. Go and let him work out with AAA. Astudillo's been having all these appearances. He's been DFA'd. Tommy Hutton nailed it with center field. John Birdie has to play for the Marlins right now. And Brian Anderson's back. Wendell's on his way back. The middle infield's going to be stacked again, unless someone gets hurt. But let's say they're all back. No space for John Birdie in the infield. You have to play him. So you either DH him or you play him in center field.
Definitely play him.
Jesus Sanchez in a corner spot. What are they doing? Why haven't they played John Birdie in center field? I have no idea.
Man, your question is as good as mine, man. I feel like our relationship's just walking on eggshells. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, like, I feel like we're beating around the bush. We're not being like transparent. We're not telling our fan base how it's really going down. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, where is I don't know. Somebody needs to take the lead here. Somebody needs to take the charge. So, yo, let's top it up. You know, a couple negative. Hopefully, it's bring some positive to the Marlins. And speaking of positive, let's talk about Dan Castano, that cowboy. Dan Castano has done a couple good ass starts and has nothing to show for it. Braxton Garrett, he went, I think it was like 4 2/3, something like that the other day, and he gave up a couple runs. Yeah, he didn't qualify for the start, but damn, what do you want this kid to do? He went out there, he deals for less than 5 innings, cool. But like, basically, you got to back this kid up. You got to give him some runs. You got to show him some love. Sandy Alcantara is the team leader in wins by far. 7 wins. And easily, if you put Sandy on any other squad in the major leagues, put him on the Orioles, put him on anybody. Who's the worst team in baseball besides the Marlins? Like, come on, man. He would have double his wins. Yeah. You know, the same thing you can say about Pablito, 2.9 ERA. Sandy, his ERA is 1.7 or something, 1.8 or something like that. It's under 2. Both of these guys deserve way more wins. You got to show them appreciation. Mm-hmm. And sadly, like, we're talking about Pablo. Pablo had a terrible June, but his ERA is at 2.98. What? You know, like, it shows you Sandy. What Sandy had a couple starts ago. And like, this is another thing I love about Sandy. Like, he gets so into it, like, it's unacceptable. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? I feel him, right? But like, you gotta back him up too. He's your ace. Like, he's not gonna always have it every single game. Offense, where you at? Wake the fuck up, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, Sandy gave up, what was it, 5-6 runs the other day too? And his ERA ballooned. And it's still in the 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's incredible. How you in major leagues you give up over 6 runs and your ERA is still in the 2? Beast. Shout out to you, Sandy.
Yeah, agreed. Sandy, he is a stud, no doubt about it. You're right though. Just to go back to, because you know, we were potentially going back down another dangerous rabbit hole there. Of negativity, but just to call it out, Dan the Man Castano has been better than good. He's been sensational. Braxton Garrett, okay, it's not been Dan Castano like, but it's been good. When I watch him, having watched him the last couple of years when he's been up, I've always felt Braxton Garrett is overmatched here at the major league level. He doesn't look like a major league pitcher, in my opinion. Like, he needs to change. However, this year, I'm watching him. There's something there. There absolutely is something there. He is pitching better. And the Marlins are going to have some decisions to make in the next, 18 months around some of these guys, because we've got so many young guys coming up through now into the system that need to be on the 40-man to protect them from the Rule 5 or whatever they should just be in the major leagues, probably, like Max Meyer, for example, is a good one. But the Dan Castanos, your Braxton Garrett's, like, even for them, just putting good stuff on tape, let's call it that, it's a good thing for them. They may not, their career may not kind of continue on with the Marlins. A bit like Zach Thompson last year. Put some nice starts on tape, traded away the Pirates. He gets into the rotation of the Pirates, continues his career. And that's all the Marlins can ask for. But
speaking of the Pirates, they got a hell of a steal on Zach Thompson. You know what I'm saying? Like here we got Jacob, like Jacob Stones. They're talking about the
Oh
Gold Glover and
boy. Oh
everything.
boy.
Listen, man, Jacob, you a Gold Glover and everything, but that was last year. Let's stop living in the past. You know what I'm saying? A guy that deserves an opportunity to keep playing, Nick Fortes.
Nicky Fortes. What a
Nicky
stud.
Fortes, raking. You called it, baby. Shout out to you. Hey, this P is for you. This P is for you, Pete. He said, "What if I'm calling Nick Fortes home run, baby? Walk off." He did it. The first thing I did, he said, "He did it, Pete. He did it,
Yes,
baby."
sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
and the crazy thing is, my dad hit me up that morning. He's like, "Hey, son, you trying to go catch a Marlins game today?" And I was like, "Hell no, Dad. They threw out, they're throwing a guy out there like you want to go for a Pablo or a Sandy Star. Ain't no way. We're
Yeah.
about to get swept by the Mets. What are you, a Mets fan then? You a Mets fan now?" And he was like, "No, no, no." I was like, "Hey, just save it so when they come back into town, we'll see the Angels, we'll see Otani, we'll see Trout, we'll go see
That'd
them."
be nice.
And then like Fortes delivers the win, and I felt like an asshole that I told my dad, "No, they're gonna lose," and they won. But I want more of that. So Marlins, use this energy and keep winning games. Jesus, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I love you guys, but coño, man.
Jacob Stallings. I mean, again, another flashpoint from last night's game. Not with the bat, of course, but it looked to me. There's been a few of them. If he calls on this wild pitch slash passed ball situation, last night was the most blatant one thus far. Stallings, it was a flat out pass ball. Like he just whiffed on it. Fully did. Scorer gave it down as a wild pitch. The streak continues. He hasn't had a pass ball by the scorecards anyway since August 2020 or something was the stat I heard on the broadcast. So, but Stallings, here's the problem. The bat has been absolutely terrible. It's been really bad. Really, really bad offensively. I mean, the Fish Stripes guys had it on their Fish Stripes Live last night, the baseball savant profile of Stallings, and boy, it does not look good. The problem, though, for now, and I'm always like, listen, if the glove's good, Sandy and Pablo are on fire, maybe Trevor, I'm okay, as long as the defense is there. But if the defense starts to drop off too, we've got a major problem here with Jacob Stallings, major one. And I'm not major in the fact we've invested $50 million into him for the next 4 years, but this trade could go badly quickly here, I think, if Stallings doesn't pick it up. I mean, what's going on here?
Pirates fleeced us. They're happy
They fleeced
as hell.
us.
They're happy as hell with Zach Thompson, and they're happy as hell with Connor Scott. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, Jacob, I need
trade.
you. Like we know that you're known as a defensive first player, but looking at this lineup, you can only have a certain amount of defensive first player type mentality guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk about Miguel Rojas. Miguel Rojas is a good defensive shortstop. You know, above average. You know what I'm saying? But like whatever he gives you offensively is a plus. Do I expect Miguel Rojas to go out and hit 16 home runs again like he did in his career year? No. But if whatever he gives is great. But it's kind of hard to see 2-3 guys struggling offensively when their main thing is defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the guys that we signed to be the offensive pow to this lineup haven't shown up.
They haven't.
It's like we got to do whatever it takes to try to win. Like the point of the game is to win the game, no? Or unless you're going out here and telling me, hey, you know, they were talking about Aram was talking about the Orioles. Shout out to the Orioles that got above 500 for the first time since 2017. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought we had it bad, but
yeah, that's rough.
But you know what I'm saying? Like what we have to do is like we got to back up this team. We got to send a message out. Hey, are we tanking? We're tanking. We said, oh, it's important. Craig Mish reported it was important for these Marlins to have a strong start to the year.
Yeah.
Nothing else has been reported. Nobody said anything else in the front office. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, man. I just feel like the guys that are producing, like pitching wise, has been a pitching first organization, like Dan Castano, Garrett, Cody Poteet. People forgot about Cody Poteet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember times when people were like, damn, we're going to get 4 innings out of Cody Poteet. And it was like, damn, it sounded like terrible. But Cody Poteet was like, give me Cody Poteet right now, man. Because fucking Eliezer was throwing meatballs. So, and he's still throwing meatballs in the minors. But anyway. No, man. Anyway. I hope that we can turn the corner. I hope that we can, like, I don't know. I just want some credibility. I want somebody to come up and get in front of the mic. You know what I'm saying? And tell me, Peter, look, we've been trash, but we're looking to respond. Do we need to have another 90-minute meeting? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? I saw that Miggy Rowe had a interview with Chris Rose the other day at the Rose Rotation. Like it was an hour-long podcast. And honestly, like I started listening to it, but I was like, you know what? I'm over this. Like I don't even want to get into that again. For what? Why am I going to hear Miggy Rowe's side of the whole shit? Everybody knows what happened. Or reports of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody could tell you what happened in that meeting, like any better, it was Garrett Cooper. This is a bunch of nonsense that didn't need to be said. Yep. That's when I jumped on the Cooper Loop train, baby.
There you go. He turned it. He turned it at that point. Bunch of nonsense, and he rolled out with a Drill Your Mama t-shirt the next day. So I was like, okay, I get how this is going now. Cooper Loop is in the Jazz Chisholm camp, which is interesting.
As it should. You gotta back up your guy. This is the most electric guy. People talking about, oh, you know, Jazz is a fire. He's a little firework. He's always popping off. This and that. Could you argue the same about Ronald Acuna?
Same.
You
dude.
could.
Same
you know
dude.
what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, man. I just feel like we gotta embrace our players. We gotta embrace what we got. We really gotta back up our words. We talking about, oh, we want to let the kids play. We want to give opportunities. We're pitching first. You know what I'm saying? Let's use some of this pitching, this plethora of pitching that we have. Let's trade some guys. You know what I'm saying? Dan Castano showing his worth. Garrett showing his worth. Petit showing his worth. I'm not saying go out and trade Eddie Cabrera. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go out and trade Pablo Lopez. But damn, knock on some doors. Call some people. Try this. I'm not saying go out to the A's like, yeah, Lorano's available, but they want a king's ransom for it. Fuck it. Don't call them, but call somebody else up. The Royals are blowing it up again. No, we're not giving you Birdie, but what's up? What do you want for Benintendi?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I feel like if something's broke, you got to fix it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like right now, this Miami franchise, it's like a dog. It's like your dog. You love your dog, right? But what happens when your dog has fleas? You got to shave that shit off. You got to give him a shower. If something's not working, you know what I'm saying? You got to fix it. Like, no, I'm just going to put, you know what I'm saying? I have a leak here, and I'm just going to put some tape over it, and I'm not going to pretend it's there. Get out of town. If I have a tick here, I'm pulling out the and I'm shaving it. Look, it's not superstitious. If it's not working, you gotta change it up, baby.
Look at this.
If it's not working, you gotta change. Look. Maybe everybody on the Marlins roster got to pull a Donnie baseball look when he was a player, when he was actually good, because we're ass. We're ass. Tanner Scott. Look, Tanner Scott did the mustache. He's been the closer for the team. He's been kicking out. Look, I'm going to pull out the double chin and everything. Mattingly, shave off the sideburns.
Wow.
So,
wow.
If the universe is telling you it's not working, you got to switch it. Do I look like a Yankee? I look like David Wells with the double chin. Get out of town. You know what I'm saying? So, like, damn, if it's not working, fix it. Look for a solution. Do something different. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so attached to something that's not working. I love my beard, but it's gone. Shout out to, I didn't mean to flip you guys off, but look, it's gone. I could take off the whole mustache because I feel some type of way about Donnie, but you know what? I'm gonna put it past you. Last time I did this and I went full mustache was when the Donnie baseball documentary came out, and the Feel Good documentary, and how all the Yankees loved him, and that they were sad that Donnie only had one winning season. At this point in his Marlins career, he's only had one winning season, and that was that 2020 season. Everything else, besides him being the all-time winning manager in Marlins history, it's been trash. It's been basura. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. You got to figure it out. You got to try to do something new. You got to be hopeful. Like, we're critical because we care.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's the reason, mate. And I must say that stash is looking sensational on you. And I hope. Listen, I got to call it out now to the people tuning into this episode. If you are listening and only listening, do me a favor. When you're hearing this exact segment, go online, go to YouTube, find Locked On Marlins, and find this episode. Scroll up to about 47 minutes, and go and just witness what has happened here. Stunning situation here on Locked On Marlins. And I need to do an ad. I haven't done the second ad. So you've got me so.
Go ahead. I'm
gonna keep. I'm
a perfectionist. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute this. Go ahead.
Exactly, mate. You finesse that bad boy. In the meantime, reminder, guys, that this episode is also brought to our good friends over at betonline.net. It's your number one source for all your betting needs and sports info. And you find all the latest sports developments, league reviews, and news, including this year's NHL playoffs and Major League Baseball, of course. So, BetOnline remains the best spot for all your sports scores, podcasts, and news this season. BetOnline.net, it's the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite sports and events, including MMA, boxing, and golf. And head to the website today. Use your mobile device to learn more about the trends and action. BetOnline, where the game starts. And, well, at the start of this episode, Alex Contreras had a full goatee, and now it is down to a Don Mattingly stash. That is the only way of describing it. I would have had long odds on this happening. BetOnline would have had it at 10 or 50 or 20, 200 to 1. But he's now down to the stash. Moral of the story for Alex Contreras: if it ain't working, change it up. So, with that being said, final segment now. Final, probably, discussion point anyway. If you were going to change it up, what changes would you make now? If it was your call, if you're Kim, you're in that seat, or you're Don, what are you actually looking to trigger right now?
I need to change at the top. You know what I'm saying? It's time to punt Don Mattingly. You know what I'm saying? It's time to I've given Donnie every single opportunity that I can. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Bruce Sherman is a diehard. Maybe he was just like a kid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Miguel Cabrera decides that he wants to be a manager, and I'm the owner of the Marlins. I'm gonna bring him aboard, and if he's doing trash, I might give him every single opportunity. That's how I'm looking at it. Mm-hmm. By the way, for the people looking at this, haters will say it's a filter, but look, here's the hair. But yeah, man, look, it has to start with credibility. You know what I'm saying? I need to get. I'm not saying boo Kim, because I still think it's relatively young in her career as a Marlins GM. You know what I'm saying? And she still needs a little bit of more time. I mean, if it were up to me, maybe I would have already gave her the boot. But somebody has to be held credible for this, bro. Mm-hmm. Look at the Phillies saying, hey, we're going out here. We're trying to win. They weren't bullshitting. They got rid of Joe Girardi, and they went, what, on a 12-game win streak? Something like that, something crazy. Yeah, so, bro, something has to happen. Something has to give. You got to make these guys shiver. They got to make them think, like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Avi Garcia or whoever, like, you can't just think, oh, I got 54. I'm just taking it to the bank. No, dude. We got to make your ass think. Like, if we got an option to send your ass down to the minors, let's option him. Let's do it. Let's make his ass think. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because we're giving Lewis Brinson we gave Lewis Brinson every single opportunity in the world to be successful, and he's not doing it. I'm not. And now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're going to just rock out with Avi. People are coming at DLC. Like, look, I know his numbers haven't been Brian De La Cruz type numbers, but at the end of the day, like, look at the situation he was put in. He got brought onto this team. He got traded to saying, hey, maybe he has an opportunity. He was looked at as a highly touted prospect in the Houston organization. He came over. Hey, let's let him play. He was playing. He was raking. He was hits after hits after hits after hits. He starts this year. He's obviously blocked on top of many other prospects, including Day and Gerard and Jesus, a whole list. You got a whole list. Conine. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole list of guys that are being blocked right now by Soler. Not so much Soler. Soler doesn't bother me as much because, once again, he'll connect with a home run. He'll get some RBIs. Mm-hmm. But why the hell do we have Avi and Soler still in the heart of the order? Swap it up. I can't wait till Joey Wendell's back. You know what I'm saying? BA just got back. Do something different. Put BA in the 3 spot. Put Joey Wendell in the 2 spot. Or, you know what I'm saying? John Birdie is the first. Or maybe Birdie, right? Birdie in center field. Wendell at shortstop. BA at third. Shit, man, help me make this lineup. Coop in first. You know what I'm saying? Then I would go Soler. Then I would go Jesus. Then I would go De La Cruz, because I'm not putting fucking Avi in the lineup. You already know it. You know what I'm saying?
Fortes would line it up.
Put Fortes in there. Come on. Like, at this point, if we're doing the whole analytics shit, there should be a Major League Baseball team that's listening to Twitter. Let's do a Twitter lineup, because right now what we're doing, we're just mailing it in. Hey, how did we do yesterday after getting our ass kicked 9-0? I think we played all right.
I'm with you.
I don't know,
Wait,
man.
the lineups are out for tonight's game, by the way. So the lineups are out there, and not to infuriate you anymore. I'm only joking. Jazz Chisholm is back, so that's good news. Jazz is back in the lineup. BA not playing in back-to-back games. There must be some other move. Can't think who it is, but anyway, Jazz. The main story is Jazz is back. Fortes is in the lineup too. Obviously catching Braxton Garrett, which he's done. So Jazz and Fortes are back. All of a sudden, with those two dudes, Fortes hit 9. I feel excited about this lineup again. You just drop in Jazz, your best dude, plus Fortes. But let's be honest, he's been raking. He's been absolutely raking. He should be playing. Alex Contreras, we are bang out of time. We've got about 7 episodes worth of time here. I've missed the ad reads. I need to put the explicit tag on this whole episode. We've had 7 beers between us in the meantime, but we don't care. This is how we do it on Locked On Marlins. Sometimes you need a 60-minute meeting. And in the end, Don Mattingly emerges from the meeting. Like,
it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm about to shave this whole mustache off because I'm looking at him getting mad.
Maybe this has been sensational. Let them know. And listen, everyone should be watching on YouTube right now. There's probably no one listening to the pod. But if you still are, let everyone know where they can follow you on Twitter. Because listen, he is one of, if not the best follow in Marlins Twitter, in my opinion.
Hey, follow me at The Real Acon, ACON, man, on Marlins Twitter. I'm going to be there ranting, showing love, you know what I'm saying, calling these guys out because at the end of the day, baseball is a beautiful sport. This team has brought guys from different parts of the world together. You know what I'm saying? Shout out from Miami Lakes all the way out to London. You know what I'm saying? All Marlins Nation worldwide. This is a beautiful sport. And this is a sport that guarantees guys money, baby. The shout out to, you know what I'm saying, soccer is cool. They say el juego bonito is the worldwide population sport, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'm tired of seeing guys run for 90 minutes and maybe not even score a goal. At least these guys get paid money, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll do 162 games any day, every year. They can add some more games too if they want to. Hey, Peter, I love you, man. Shout out to IKEA for the meatballs. Eliezer, hurry up, man.
There we go. Meatball season, brother. So, guys, that is us wrapped here. Locked On Marlins Tuesday edition. And it's going to be a fun old game. Braxton Garrett going for the fish. Thanks for making Locked On Marlins your first listen of the day, or first watch, perhaps, if you're watching on YouTube. And you should be, because it's been a stunner. And if you're looking for your next listen, make the second listen of your day Locked On MLB Prospects. It's prospect season, baby. And host Lindsey Crosby, he's a prospect encyclopedia, and he's going deep on the MLB stars of tomorrow. It's free and available wherever you get your podcasts, much like Locked On Marlins. So, with that being said, Peter Pratt, Alex Contreras signing out. Back tomorrow